The last time I was here with this product, I was pregnant. Now I am not. So I'm going to be, I've actually had to send for this box particularly from this brand so that I can tell you how amazing it is. But that aside, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rita and I'm the cooking nurse. And now that I have this table, we are going to do everything from here, even story times. So let's get into it. But before you do, I want you to subscribe. It's free of charge. It helps me grow. You're helping a small creator realize their dream. Yeah, so let's do this together. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And yeah, so if you have not been here for so long, I've recently been pregnant. My child, let us do like a small launch so when she grows up, she can look back and be like, oh my God, I was so tiny. Yeah, so. Chicks. Yabo. Oh my God, you're so pretty. Yabo. So this is the child we launched last year. We were pregnant with her, me and you. Yeah, we gave birth to her and I'm going to be telling you a little bit on how we met each other. Finally, and yeah, it's been 5 months now. She's growing so well. She's so pretty. She's tentatively the last born. When you grow up in the future and you watch this video, I want you to know that I love you so much. You have given me so much. This is how we are every day, and this is how I want us to remember each other. You as an infant, me as a big grown woman trying to find my footing and figure out life. You're the bestest little sister ever. We love you so much. Our little Ngabo. Okay, bye. Bye. You go back to uncle. So the last time I showed you these products, I was in labor with this child. I was in what I thought, thought was false labor. I felt like she was coming way earlier than I had planned. So I was shooting this quick because I was packing my hospital bag, which all came to me as if a surprise. I do not like when people act surprised about things they knew were coming. And I think from that experience, I now understand that life does happen. So the last time I got these products, I'm going to show you. I'm going to remove them. One, I'm an advocate for good postpartum experience. Good postpartum experience because it makes the whole difference. Let me tell you, if postpartum is not good, a mom can lose their mind and they can go mad, and it will affect even their children, their families. If you've noticed, most marriages actually scatter after childbirth because it's intense, more than what meets the eye, and some people are not that prepared for it. So my little way of helping you go through this is introducing to you, or rather emphasizing that you get a good experience as the mom, yeah, not as a child. So this is more distributors. They are the ones that are bringing us this European standard feminine products. We have very many of these. I showed you in the previous video. I used them, and the only reason I've come back here to give my testimony and tell you that it's worth it is because they are actually worth it. I promise. I'm even uploading this video on my YouTube so it can stay forever for any other new mom who's going to be searching, how can I navigate childbirth, things like that. So, you know, when you give birth, you bleed a lot. It can be intense and you need to be managed so well. So we have the Fluffsan products, lady products. I'm going to start with my favorite ones, which were the pants, the Fluffsan pants. These guys are a lifesaver. I don't have to put on a knicker or a panty. These ones hug tightly. You just use one and then it takes you about 6 to 8 hours. They do not leak. They hug you so well. These are lady pants. This is how they look like. You know, I had to call more and ask them to send me this box of products with open samples so I can do this video again. Working for heaven. if it's there. I don't want to reach there and find it and then I'm like, oh my God, I didn't do anything. I'm doing it now. Look how stretchy they are. Can fit even a size 22. And this is a whole, all of it is like a pad, a lining. This absorbs so much blood, so it's going to help you. And this was my favorite. My period has since returned last month. Ew, I don't like it, but I'm still using these ones and they are a lifesaver. These ones, Fluffstan lady panties. Then the other ones were the Bella Mama. These are like normal pads that we use daily. Even people who are having heavy flows on normal months, you can use these ones. I used them towards the end. You know, you're bleeding heavy, then it goes on reducing in the after days. The Bella Mama was such a good one. As you can see, it's soft on the inside, touches so well, and it like covers a little bit of a big area. So the Bella Mama was also really good. My other favorite combo, the anatomic, this one, anatomic pads for immediately after birth. First of all, this thing is so big. I don't know if I'm the one who doesn't bleed so much after birth, but I used about 7 of these and there are 15 of these in here. So if you're a mom and you have a friend who's also pregnant, you can share this together. But first use, then you give out the remaining, okay? But you can still share this. These are so many of them. They are 15 and they are so good, so comfortable. Let me first show you. Look how big this pad is. If you've given birth, you know our problem with cotton and gauze. This whole big roll of cotton and gauze, like this, they insert, or rather, not insert, but put in the middle of your legs and you're walking like a penguin. You've already been through a lot. You need something comfortable. And these anatomic pads are just that. This is big enough to cover your behind. This is big enough to cover your front. And in here, there's, I think, a technology that stops leaking of the blood. So chances are very high you're not going to be washing bed sheets every other 2 hours. And these mesh panties, so good. One, they are reusable. Yeah, they are easy to wash. Just drop in water with some detergent and most of the blood is going to come out. Then small and it's done. It's also really big, fits about size 22. And this is what you put on top, because sometimes the knickers we get as moms are not that stretchy, so they may not be able to cover this. This one, I stand by it. It saved me a lot of drama. They come in here 5. I think when I was getting these products from More, I bought this one, the Bella Mama, the Fluffstan lady panties. I don't think I took that one, but I bought the whole pack at 150,000 Ugandan shillings, and I must tell you, it was worth it. Saving me the troubles of knickers, and they tighten your stomach. Remember, it hasn't even gone back yet, so these were good. So we have also these ones, the yellow ones. They are a bit smaller than the green ones, the anatomic ones. These ones are a bit straight, and they are good for like day 3, day 2 in the evening, day 3. If your bleeding is not so bad, then you change to the lady panties, then to the Bella Mama. So these ones are likely are not so big. If you're also like a smaller person who wants something that is not so heavy on you, I think these are good. I used only one of these. I had one piece of this. I did not use most of this, but the ones I used, I stand by them. Gwe, tewali sente ne bwazibanga sizizo. Tewali kuno ku Kampala kintu kikyasinze you have received. Tewali tebakulya ddaki. Obeera wonge ensi ekunyiga naye akaana kana aka you have received. I was telling you about these ones and how good they are, but I used the green ones. I don't want to say so much about these ones because these ones were really small for me. So when I was buying, I chose the bigger ones. I have been in labor 2 times. That was going to be my 3rd. And I knew that I needed something that was going to cover me perfectly well without me having to now struggle. Then you turn and blood gushes out. Then you can't cough properly. But this one is so good for someone who has light bleeding, someone who has a small behind. And they also go very well with this, the mesh panties. These are reusable and cover everything. They are so easy to put on, especially after giving birth. If you give birth vaginally, you have stitches. Like the anesthesia is starting to wear off for people like me who start screaming and being dramatic, and then they take long to actually finish. The anesthesia is starting to wear off. You're in pain literally. You want to go and lay down and rest. The cotton panties will humble you, because they are going to squeeze you. They're going to be uncomfortable. Then you have to go and wash and scrub those ones. I think these mesh panties are the best invention for postpartum, these ones. So we have these yellow ones. I think light bleeding. Personally, in my own experience, I'm not the maker of this product. I don't know who they made it for, but in my experience, because I used one of this one, only one, I think these ones for light bleeding, light days, and like day 2, day 3, then the anatomic immediately after, these ones are going to change the game for you. So these ones, if you buy these ones, do not buy these ones, because they're literally the same thing, and these are 30 pads. So only buy this one, do not buy this one. If you buy this one because that's the size you have, the good thing at Moro, they are going to show you the opened product so you can tell this is big, this is small. What do you think? If it's your first time, I advise you take the green ones, yeah, because you don't know what is ahead of you. Then you're going to take the Bella Mama for latter days. You're going to get these ones. Like I told you, this was my best product of all of them, because it's used once and discard. Let me see all the lazy people in the comment section. Say hi. So this one, the Fluxan pants also come with these ones. They are sold. I don't know if they still run that promotion. If you reach out to them, I'll put their contacts in my description. If you reach out to them, they'll probably tell you what is happening. And yeah, so that's it. I was hoping I would tell you a little bit about the forthcoming of my small girl. 1, for record keeping. 2, to encourage any young mom who is expecting a child to see that you actually also get out of it and be back to your feet very soon. Okay. No, I'm going to pack these much later, because actually, no, I'm not going to use them again. I'm not going back in labor anytime soon. If I do, it's God's plan. So, munange, I woke up one day. This was so unusual. I am counting on an app that I had downloaded when I found out I was pregnant, which was almost 6 weeks post, like after. I download an app, put in my LNMP, then start counting. So this particular day, I'm counting 35 weeks. I'm doing my baby's hair outside my other daughter's hair, and I see clots of blood. At first I thought something like had just fallen down, but I didn't know what it was. Maybe what? I don't know. But it didn't seem anything abnormal. I looked down and it was a clot of blood. And immediately I saw, there's something about the universe that I want to understand. When you can get HIV, yeah? And you don't know, you live your normal life. That day you test positive. That day, ojja kumanya nti ne mukenenva. That's when all the symptoms show up. That is when everything goes south. That is when you see flash. So immediately I saw that clot, I was like, no way. Then I saw a gush of blood start running down. I never panic in such moments, especially medical. I know how gullible you can be when you're so vulnerable, especially in that particular moment. So I called my midwife and I'm like, hey, I have seen blood. She's like, you come to the hospital. So I called my husband. One heart didn't want to call him. He had a shoot going on at the studio. So anyway, I called him. I'm like, yo, I'm bleeding. So naturally, he fears blood. So hearing that, I think he was like, okay. He came running, took me to the hospital. We reached there. They did a speculum exam. It was my very first time having a speculum exam. I used to help moms get one when they are doing their pap smear, when they are doing these other procedures in the women's section. I had never had one. I never expect rates. I didn't expect it. And they told me that's the only way we can be able to tell if the cervix is closed without tampering with so much. So there I am, forced to lie down, have a speculum exam. They tell me, oh, it looks like old blood. We don't know where it's coming from, let's hold on. And they gave me some medical shots to say if labor continues and starts, I should be able to deliver a grown child, because I am convincing them that I'm 35 weeks pregnant, even when the scan told me the child looked much older to be 35 weeks. Anyways, I am able to go back home. They forced me to rest. Me, on the day I started bleeding, I had just washed my baby's clothes. That particular day, the previous day, I am renting a home. We don't have like a farm or anything. But if you're a superstitious person, they would say it's a preparation for something. So we were like, it's no more. Labor is not about until like 3-4 weeks from now. Anyways, the next morning, I had just washed my baby's clothes, trying to put my bag together and all those things. So they tell me, sit down. I'd already told a friend of mine that we are going to go to the market in Kampala the next morning. Yes, we were going to go to Owino, the market. Dusty. Anyways, I buy a week and I am home. I keep on getting contractions and I take some medicine to stop the contractions. They had given me some. And one time I was convinced to go and see a gynecologist and even see an atomic, I think, radiographer, sonographer, something like that, to see if there's anything wrong with my child or if it is ready to be born that time. The Thursday I went to the gynecologist, Nagonda, and I went there. The gynecologist told me, oh, the cervix is soft, but it's still closed. There's some mucus discharge, nothing is wrong really. He also did a speculum exam. Anyways, we came back. The next morning, he was like, he doesn't think I am ready to give birth. Gave me some medicine. He didn't have it. We went and bought it. I came home. I reached home. My husband went back to work. My stomach, I started getting, the Braxton Hicks started getting stronger. I sat down and I could feel the pressure was getting intense. So I was like, you know what? Let me take the medicine so that it can stop the contractions. Immediately I took it. I texted a friend of mine. I was like, I've taken this thing. It doesn't work. It's getting intense. She's like, no, don't talk up here. It's going to take its time to work. Hold on a little bit, just lay low. You sleep, but I was not able to sleep. By the time my husband came back home, contractions had increased, but in my mind I'm like, it's the usual, it's the normal ones. I think my child was inside saying, so let me pass. So the whole night I am contracting. I text my midwife. I tell her I think I'm in labor. Meanwhile, it's my third time, but I am scared. I am so shivering. I don't know what to expect. I am so the pain keeps on increasing. So I said, I'm not going to take any hot water. I'm not going to move anywhere. I'm not going to enable it. By morning, I'm like, let's walk a little bit, take a walk and maybe release the tension. Then we can go to the hospital and see. So my midwife says, come to the hospital first thing in the morning, but it's 7 a.m. in the morning. And you know the transition of shifts. So I'm like, let's first walk a little bit. Around 10 there, we can go. We walk. So I stay in a valley. I take a walk up the hill. We reach a certain place and I just cannot do it anymore. So I'm like, go and get a car. Let's go to the hospital. I walk a bit, the contractions, the moment I started walking, the contractions got worse and worse and worse. Tell me why I reached the hospital and I'm 5 centimeters dilated. So that means we are in labor. We can't go back home. We can't buy any more time. No medicine can help. I called my friend, Lucky, she's a midwife. My other friend, Maureen, she's also a midwife, to come and help me. My mom was not around. My other friend, Brenda, also came. My husband was around. So we go and check into the hospital. Now you're in labor, they can't let you go. So get the bags and settle in. I walked around. You guys, labor, I know we tell you kuguma and have your children vaginally and all that. But let me tell you the truth. Labor is difficult. Labor is hard. You will cry tears. Only the hope. It's more like life. You know, you go through the hope of things will get better and you're able to kuvumilia the pain that you're going through that moment. I cried. Traditionally, will tell us women are not supposed to cry. When you cry, what the child does what? I would go through a contraction and the midwife tells me it's not strong enough. And I feel like, kill me right now. I'll just wail. It goes away. Rest a little bit. It was intense up to around 6. I remember the child failed to crown so well. The head refused to drop so well because the membranes were still intact. There was some small leakage, but was not enough to aid, I think, proper descent. So we asked the doctor, can you guys break the membranes so that the baby can drop well? And then we push this child out because it was getting intense and difficult for me. We go in. I think it took me about 1 solid hour after they broke the membranes, ruptured the membranes, for the child to come out. It was the most spontaneous vaginal delivery of all of them. I didn't have to push. They kept on telling me, get down. Meanwhile, I'm screaming. No shame. Guys, labor, if you've given birth vaginally, you know you do not have shame. So don't ever try shaming me. I am shameless already. I was screaming the whole hospital. I don't know about the other people. My husband and my other friends were outside clenching their jaws. I am crying in pain. And I'm like, okay, my midwife keeps on telling me, Bambi, you step down and get on the bucket at least to, gravity. So I'm like, okay, this one time I tell myself, you know what, Rita? Do this one thing for yourself. Step down. If you're dying, it's fine. Step down. Immediately I lifted my leg like this, like a child fell out. She was so pretty, she started sucking immediately, and we have forgotten all about the pain. In fact, do not be surprised when you see me pregnant again. I'm not putting it out there because I don't want to be. So that is how I had my child, came back home, my house help bamushed. Now I was sick 1 week later, and I have been with her for the past 5 months. I have since gotten back to work. I'm now teaching my cooking classes at the studio. I am shooting content. I've always been shooting content anyway if you've been around. We've gone through this, but for memory's sake and, keeping the record, I'm retelling this story so that I can relive it one day, because YouTube kind of takes and keeps the content for long. And yeah, so that's it. My baby girl is 5 months old. I have grown stronger in postpartum. I am much better, and I can't wait to watch all of them grow together. The siblings love her so much. They tend to think she's a doll, so they play around more, and I love it for them. So yeah, if you're a young mom preparing to give birth, I've already given you the product to help you postpartum, but I'm also going to pray for you that you have the courage and the bravery to go through labor with ease. The CS is not the other option, it's not the opposite. But you need to train your mind to know that your body knows what it's doing. Do not try to force it to do what it doesn't want to do. Let it do what it's supposed to do, and listen to your gut the most. I wish you nothing but the best. Labor is difficult, but it's doable. And immediately you're done with it, you're done. You'll have a healthy child. You'll have a good healing process if you're determined to do that, because it actually isn't so difficult later on, and you'll get back to your life. It does not take one day. Some days you're going to get baby blues and feel like jumping off, but don't do it. Hold on to that dear life. The days are so long. The nights are difficult. We still live in a society where women are the only ones taking care of their children primarily. If you have the money, please get all the help possible. If you do not, and you're watching this video, I want you to know that it gets better. It gets easy. The days are so long, the nights are longer, but the years are so fast. You're going to look back and there will be 6, there will be 10, there will be 12, there will be 15. And they'll be out of your hands. And yeah, you'll have done a good job. So every time you look at your children and feel like they're about to kill you, remember that time runs. Because even now, I'm still going through it. But imagine I was also a child somewhere, and here I am fighting with my own. My mom no longer has to figure out how I slept, what I ate, or whatever else is going on. So all the best and brace yourself. The journey is tough. Let's repack this and probably send it to someone who's going to be using it next. See you. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I love you, really. Yeah.